What is the point of any of this if there's not going to be an effort to control the southern border? I mean, don't make it out to be like, oh, we're doing something great. Oh, except for our own security as it is at the southern border. They're going to try. I'm telling you what they're going to do. They're going to try, which they've already said, they want to hold, if there requires it, any aid with regards to Israel to Ukraine. And then because this $106 billion package, then they're going to demand that the House pass it. And they're using the House chaos right now as a way to build their leverage. Did I say good timing again? Yeah, good timing. That's exactly what they want to do. So this package includes $7 billion. They say they want to use $7 billion to counter China and strengthen allies in the Pacific region. And they want $9 billion for aid to Gaza and then Israel and then Ukraine. And they also want they're trying to bolster the support that is really waning for Ukraine by trying to tie this to Israel, because they know that there's bipartisan support for assisting Israel. And so they want to use that as a way to trick you into supporting the funding for Ukraine too. And this is in addition to the $43.9 billion in security assistance that we've already spent on Ukraine since February of last year. They made this earlier request. Current spending levels are what they are until the House gets it together. And so they were trying to, his whole point of his speech wasn't even about Israel. The focus wasn't about Israel even. The focus wasn't even, he didn't even mention the American hostages, Jiminy Christmas. No, it was about Ukraine. He tried to make it about tying everything to Ukraine. Good grief. That's shameful. And this money that they want to spend, no. Why are we having this conversation still? No. $106 billion on this. And we don't even, we've been called hateful for demanding accountability of the last billions that we sent over there. And so this breakdown, I'm looking at this aid package because it gave you an idea. You have what? 105.85 billion approximately. 61 billion in military aid for Ukraine, 14 for Israel. That's on top of the almost 44 billion that we've already sent to Ukraine. And then they want 10 billion for humanitarian aid, 7 billion just to help Taiwan. They want to give more to Gaza than they want to spend on Taiwan. I'm just saying, if you are, I agree. I hear what you're saying. You don't want to spend money on anything. I get it. But I would consider Taiwan is way more of an asset to us than Gaza. I don't think we should spend a damn flippin' dime on anything in Gaza or West Bank. Taiwan, that's where our chips are made. Yeah, you know what? Here's geopolitical politics for the newbies. The newbie drive-bys who literally have no idea what any geopolitical issue is. They've never taken a political course. They have no idea about anything outside of their backyard. Yes, you are absolutely right. The whole focus of strategizing in a geopolitical sphere is how does it best benefit your security interest, the end. Taiwan is the world's top manufacturer for all of those chips that the tech bros love, but also that we depend on for a lot of things besides recreational devices, our phones, things like that. They're more of a strategic partner than the Hamas government in Gaza. Good heavens. So it is, yes, it's about how does this best benefit the United States. It benefits the United States to assist Taiwan or to assist Israel. It doesn't benefit us at all to assist terrorists that hate us in Gaza and West Bank. Pound sand, don't care. That's a consequence of Hamas being terrorists and deciding to FA and FO. You're going to find out as for the FO part, you're going to find out that people are not going to be particularly sympathetic to terrorists, especially after they take American hostages. So no, I can't believe that we're giving aid to the terrorist government that has captured and held and holds American hostages. That is insane to me. But that's what this administration is doing, because that's what the Biden administration does best. They help China make money, and they have advertised that you can make a killing by taking American hostages, and we'll give you billions. That's what they do, especially if you're tied to Iran. So this is how they want to break all this down. $60 billion to Ukraine, $14 billion to Israel. They said they want to spend some on border security, $10 billion for Gaza. That's just asinine. Asinine. You got to be kidding me. But that's what they want. That's what he's proposing. And like I said, if Republicans in the House had their stuff together, they could have had a presser yesterday. They could have had one today saying, no, Mr. President, we are absolutely sure as hell not going to be giving no money to no terrorist government so long as, well, because they took American hostages. And even after all those American hostages have returned, we're not going to do anything to assist. We're going to stand back and let Israel do what Israel needs to do in order to finish what Hamas started. No, Mr. President, we're not giving another $60 billion to Ukraine, particularly when we don't even know where the other $44 to $45 billion that we gave to Ukraine. We have no idea where that went. Otherwise, it looks like a giant money laundering op for you and your white trash family. So no, we're not going to, Mr. President, be giving any more money to Ukraine and to help drag out this conflict over land. We're not doing that. No, Mr. President, we're not going to pass anything that doesn't include more funding for the southern border than anything else. To secure the southern border, to make sure that we have the boots on the ground to do so, to make sure that we have the force multipliers necessary that has been repeatedly requested by Border Patrol. We need that before we do anything, Mr. President. That's what a strong House conference would be doing right now. And instead, they are checks notes, slap fighting over power jockeying. And I'm supposed to think it's like a heroic thing that somebody went in and blew up without any kind of strategy or plan. Can people stop standing for Matt Gaetz? Any of these people? By the way, calling Matt Gaetz a moron isn't saying that you like Kevin McCarthy, because I think they're both the same person. I think that Kevin McCarthy is the future Matt Gaetz, and Matt Gaetz is the past Kevin McCarthy, if I'm being honest. And Juan has the picture of Joe Biden up with chin balls on the simulcast. You can't unsee it. For those of you watching the simulcast, you look at that and you try to unsee it. Now, you can't. You can't. You can't at all. You almost won't. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Look away.
I mean, look, Juan made it bigger, so you could all really get in there and look.
Look away.
I mean, what's up? Kane, can we just have a quick convo? What's up with that?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, the memes, the meme creators have delivered. The meme brigade. I mean, really, that's what the internet, that's really what it's good for. So, yeah, if we had a strong House, that's what they would be saying. If we had a strong House, you know, they could have gotten together and they could have blasted Rashida Tlaib as well, and yet another press conference saying, "Where were you, Rashida, when the Israeli hospital in Ashkelon got bombed last week?" Yeah, an actual hospital that got bombed. In fact, it decimated the children's ward, but you don't care because you hate Jews and it's an Israeli hospital, so you don't care. You ignored it. And then you got super upset and acted like a parking lot that Hamas misfired a rocket onto and destroyed in the middle of the night is the same thing as bombing a hospital. And then you won't hold Hamas responsible for it. You've gotten mad at Israel for it. Makes no sense to me.